Hello, everyone. This is Adam from Own Your Fitness. Most of you know me as I post my content about back pain, about weight loss, about fitness, about strength training, motivation. This video is very special. It's very unique as well. This is about a mentorship session. So a lot of the times, all the younger personal trainers or the new fitness professionals that are brand new into the industry or in the earlier on in their career path reach out to me and I mentor them on how to get established. The reason I do that is because I've been a professional coach and a leadership speaker for 18 years, and I had a very passionate but yet at the same time challenging journey. I had to learn a lot of these things on my own. And then every now and then, when I got myself mentored under someone who was a seasoned coach, I invested in my mentorship process. And I always learned that mentorship paid off because here I am running my own business for the past several years and successful and happy and continually growing with all kinds of opportunities. So it's my turn to give that mentorship back. And I've successfully created several teammates. I've successfully created several successful fitness professionals. Today, I'm talking to Julia, who just recently got certified last week. And she's literally starting her business on and coaching service. And she's got some specific questions. And I'm going to help her on how to tackle this. So if you're someone who's in her position, if you're a young fitness professional just starting out or struggling, these questions are going to help you out a lot. So with that said, Julia, welcome to the mentorship.
Thank you.
So you got certified last week.
Yes.
And through which certification body?
NASM.
NASM, okay, so that's National Academy of Sports Medicine. And quick question, why did you end up getting certified and why do you want to become a fitness professional?
So I've been in fitness for a very long time, just working out, but it's always been kind of something that I did. And just recently, I finally just developed a passion and realized that this is what I wanted to do, especially after struggling with my own mental health. Fitness has kind of been my outlet, and just learning about this and getting into the science about this. I finally kind of started figuring out what works for me, and I've developed just such confidence and just happiness with who I am. And I know everyone has that inside of them. So I kind of want to help everyone unleash that and find that best new version of them.
Oh, I love it. Unleash the power within. So that's actually very, very common. I hear that a lot. And one of my journeys, how I became a fitness professional and a leadership coach and a life coach a long time ago is because I had my own journey too. And I wanted to give it forward. So yeah, that's actually one of the most important and passionate reasons why people get into becoming fitness coaches, because they've gone through something, they've tackled it, they've addressed it, and they're moving forward to give it back. Well, congratulations. So let's go on with the questions. What are some of the questions that you're tackling with? And I'm going to do my best to address them in today's mentorship series.
Okay, so my first question would be just how to effectively attract clients. I have been putting content out. I've been reaching out to people, but I've just kind of been unsuccessful with that. And I know people are wary when it comes to social media, not having that face-to-face contact, not knowing who to trust. So I was just wondering what tips you have in terms of.
Sure. So this is one of the most common questions younger trainers and fitness professionals ask me. I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you and what's worked for me, and I'm living proof on what's worked. So here's the thing. You can definitely post content on social media, whether that may be Instagram or Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube or whatnot. Now you're going to be competing against several professionals that have been already in the business, and whatever they're selling, they might be selling entertainment, they might be selling fitness education, they might be selling puppies and babies. So you're fighting against getting attention. So my best advice is to work and think like a professional, like a business. So A being, you have to make sure you've got a website. So that's the first thing I would say. Get your website ready. So work with a professional that can actually help you design a website. Now, if your budget is low, then I would say go on one of those brokerage websites where you sort of pitch for work, like Fiverr or anything like that, or Wix.com. I've seen their commercials where it's easy to design your own website. And the other thing is the website should have a blogging component in it. And by that meaning that you should have the option to write a weekly blog on your website. And when you speak with your website designer, your professional should be able to help you design a website that gets picked up by the Google algorithm, because that's important. Now, I'm not saying you're going to pop up on first page on Google within the first week. It took me years to pop up, and I've worked with some very good people, and I have a lot of records and testimonials, people vouching for me, but that would be the first step. Now, that's also going to enable you to send a link to your website anytime you encounter someone that says, hey, I saw your post, where can I reach you? Have you got a website? And then now you've got credibility because you've got a website, and you can say, this is like my digital business card. And then your website will have your journey, a brief bio on you, your credentials listed, and what type of people you've helped and who you can help. So you also want to state some of your specialties. So an example of mine, I do body transformation, strength training, belly fat loss, back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain. I deal with leadership seminars because I'm a speaker and whatnot. So I have a whole bunch of things. I also train 90% women on building, sexy curves and muscle versus just being focused on weight loss. I talk about real health. What is your expertise? What is it that you're passionate about? What is that? Who have you helped? You should kind of have that listed, and you can actually work with that with your website designer. And if you've got a budget, I would say pick someone good, because in life you only get what you pay for. So, but if you don't have an expensive budget, then start somewhere small. It doesn't have to be perfect, and build your way up. Okay, and it should be catchable or accessible. The Google algorithm should be able to pick it up. And as you blog weekly about your passions on that website, Google updates that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing, I'm going to give you a tip. So I started in the brick and mortar gym business. What that means is that I would go to the gym, I would work out under the squat rack, under the bench press and everything like that. And then I would see someone walking by, doing curls, shaking their back, bad form, damaging their back. I would walk up to that person and say, excuse me, I saw you doing those curls. Can I help you fix your form? I would rather not see you injure your back. And if you can just engage your core, pull your shoulders back and just really curl this way, just an example I'm using here, then you're going to feel the muscle contract more. You're going to get better looking arms, stable core, and you're not going to injure your back. Do you mind if I show you? And 99.9% of the time, if not 100% of times, the male or the female in the gym has said, yes, Adam, show me. I'm so glad you approached me. So now we're not in that world anymore, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't do that online. So for instance, I'll do a back tip. I'll do a how to build muscle mass for people who are trying to lose belly fat and transform their body and get stronger and fitter looking. I'll do how to deal with negative belief system when I do a life coaching seminar. So what is it that you can do a 3-minute tip on? And that's what you should do, because essentially, if you get the opportunity to go into a brick and mortar business, then you can actually give tips to people in the gym. But if you don't have that, you can actually do that online. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, next question.
My next question would be how to figure out how to price for your services as a trainer starting off.
Got it. So this is a challenging question. So whenever my mentees ask me that question, I basically have to do some inner work with them. And what that means is we all know what we're worth, and sometimes we don't. But for those of us who actually know what we're worth, a lot of time what gets in our way is our confidence and belief in what we're worth And that holds us back from asking for what we're worth. And then comes the process that the person who is in front of you believes you're worth what you're asking, believes that you're worthy of that rate or that price, or however you want to price your system, but at the same time might or might not have the affordability. So that's a whole separate game, right? Affordability is a different question. Setting your worth is a different question. Asking for your worth is a different question. So let's do some inner work. Anytime a younger mentee comes up to me, I say, why did you go into this industry? Why do you want to become a coach? Go ahead.
So I just, like I said before, I want to coach people to unleash that inner fire inside of them.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. So you want to unleash that inner fire inside of them. Now, how much do you think that is worth?
I mean, that's a tricky question, but I know people's health is priceless. So helping them take care of their health, I mean, it's hard to put a price on that.
So that's brilliant, right? Because, hey, look at this. If you do not have your health, can you work? No. If you do not have your health, can you take care of yourself? No. If you do not have your health, can you take care of your loved ones? No. If you do not have your health, you can't travel. You can't enjoy the basic things of life, like relationships and whatnot. You can't go for a walk. So basically, your health is at the extreme top. Can't take care of your kids. You can't do anything, right?
Yeah.
So, having said that, if you're doing something so valuable and you're providing such a valuable service, how should you charge your services? It's a tough question. I should charge $1 million an hour, right? Because we're so valuable. So, yes, we're very valuable and we do a lot. And I firmly believe that over the last several years that I've been a coach, that I transform people's lives, you know? So I would say to any younger mentee that comes to me and signs up for a mentorship program, I would say in the beginning, it's a balance. It's yes, you're valuable. Yes, you're making a worthy contribution to that person's life. But at the same time, you have to factor in how do you build your practice? And your practice is different from being a physician. So when you're a physician, people come to a doctor because they're sick. They want to get a shot. They've got back pain. They've got, they need to get antibiotics or whatever, right? They're not well. You're going to have people come to you for, can I lose weight? Can I heal my back? Can I get in shape? So they're not really sick unless you get someone that's really damaged up and they're like, I need to work with someone that's experienced with fixing me. Yeah, occasionally that will happen. But you're getting people who are coming to you, I want to generally feel good because I want to look good within my body and feel good within my skin. And yes, that's a health related service, right? But it's not viewed as that, unfortunately, by a lot of people. So what you should do is have a sliding scale. So I recommend a sliding scale. So for instance, someone new like you, someone young in the business, you should first work on developing your practice. And obviously in developing that practice, you have to set attractive pricing. And attractive pricing is something that is on the lower end because you want to get more people through the door. So what I would do is I would charge, maybe whatever you feel comfortable. So that's an example. Like the standard rate in New York for personal training is $100 to $150, right? Now, let's say we're doing virtual training, so you take away 20% and you're charging $100, right? So let's say someone like you who's young, you would say, okay, well, what can I charge that would allow me to still give back my coaching, my service, and value, but also allow more people who can afford me, right? So that's the question. So an example, I'm not saying you should do this, example would be anywhere between $50 to $70, right? 45 to $60, depending on how you structure. A lot of personal trainers structure packages, 10 session packages. If you buy 10, it's going to come down $10. If you do more, if you do less, it's going to remain at the same rate, right? So I would say that is something that a lot of mentees do. A lot of people do a monthly program. Let's say if you train with me for $300 a month, I'm going to give you X amount of sessions per month, and I'm going to make sure I coach you. Now, that's a different model right now because a lot of people are saying, okay, well, can I fit 10 people in that 1 month? So I would start off just simply saying, okay, one session is worth this. If you buy 10 sessions, I'm going to drop the price $10. And I'm only doing this. And I encourage you to be honest. I'm only doing this because I am growing my practice. So you should take advantage of me. There's no harm in saying that. Like, I actually encourage and invite people to have transparent conversation. I had to start somewhere too a long time ago. And now people who work with me, because of the wealth of experience and knowledge I bring, they basically pay me what I ask for at most times. And then I work with them and stuff like that. So you have to earn that. You haven't earned that yet. And that's why I would say start low and build yourself up. Start with $25, start with $30, and start with that and earn as you go and become better as you go. It's an opportunity for you to grow your craft. So don't think about money. Think about how you can learn. Okay?
Yes.
Does that clarify a little bit?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, next question.
Once you attract a couple clients, especially in the beginning, what are some tips that you have for keeping those clients?
Do a good job. You have to do a good job. You have to get to a level where you have proven to that client that you're a valuable contribution and a service in their life. You have to get to that level, and you do that by being professional. You do that by showing up on time and ending on time, maybe giving a few minutes extra. I have no problem in my sessions giving a few minutes extra, and I always show up on time. I have no problem following up with them because I have years and years of customer service and business experience backed with fitness experience. So I don't have a problem following up with people. I have a lot of sales experience, so I don't have a problem asking the right questions, which is a lot of what I focus on my mentees with, is to improve their communication skills, to ask the right questions. You have to do a good job, and you have to do a good job consistently. It can't be the first session like a date, and it can't be by the 500 session like a long-term relationship where you've lost your swag and you're like, she's not leaving, she's staying here, so what the hell, I don't have to put on my best button-down shirt and jeans and go out for a walk. I can just put my slippers on and go for a walk. It can't be like that. It's day one every day. You have to perform every day, and no matter what your issues and challenges you're having at home, you can't bring that in that session. Fitness coaching is about positive energy. You do not bring whatever's going on at home here. Someone asks you, how are you doing, Julia? I'm doing amazing. Brilliant. How was your weekend, bro? Phenomenal. I had my treat meal. I did my 5,000 push-ups. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for you. You have to bring that because people are coming to you. Not that I'm saying being transparent is a bad thing. I'm just saying people are coming to you for the source of energy. That's a fact. It is a fact. So you have to bring your A game all the time. The second way to hold on to your clients is you say, I'm willing to work with you. If you just want to try one session, this is my price. But if you want to try 10 sessions, you get a break on it. And then now you have them for 10 sessions, because 10 sessions is minimum that you can take to prove to someone how valuable this is. Like, I can prove to someone within one assessment, one conversation, how valuable my knowledge is, my experiences. But also it will take minimum 10 sessions for someone to say, you know what, so right. I miss my workouts when I'm not with Adam. I miss my workouts when I'm not with Julia. I want to help. I want to get better. Yeah, let me book those 2 sessions again. Let me continue. So it takes some consistency, right? So you want to have something built in. You want to encourage that. You want to say, okay, no worries. Let's see what I can work out for you according to my structure, and let's encourage you to keep this for 10 workouts, and then we'll talk then. So you have a commitment, because your time is the most precious commodity you can have. Now, if you say, you have one person, one session, and then you have no commitment for session 2, session 3, session 4, and that person has lost their motivation or they've changed their mind. Now you're out your time, which is really part of the coaching business. It does happen. It happens a lot. You kind of have to get used to it and earn your stars, you know. But if you structure it right, then it's okay. And that's where transparency comes in. Like, you know, look, Julia, I'm going to coach you. I'm going to help you feel better about yourself. I'm going to fix your back pain. I'm going to make sure you eat well, do your strength training, build your muscles, do it with ease and do it consistently. But my policy is that if you want to try one session, sure, we can do that. After that, if you want to work with a package together, 2 workouts a week, one session every week, I can do that. This is what my policy is. I work with 10 sessions minimum. And also, this also means now I can give you that slot. I can give you that time because there's only one of me. So if that is agreeable to you, let's move forward and sign up. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, next question.
So I kind of have a comment here because I've been mostly going off of just like client schedules and nothing's super scheduled. And there's just a lot of flexibility with that. So where do you kind of draw the line between that flexibility and that rigidity to kind of
Both.
protect?
You
Okay.
got to do both. It is both. I've heard mentors a long time ago when I was younger in the business like you say, be rigid, Adam. Don't bend. Be a tree trunk. And I've had mentors tell me, Adam, be limber. Stretch. Bend your spine. I would say it's a combination. I think it's about professional courtesy and professional respect. So if you have an appointment with me and say, Adam, can you coach me how to build my body up more, transform me, and change my mindset? And I'm going to sign up with 10 sessions for you. And it's 12 p.m. every Monday. I'm going to expect you to show up at 12 p.m. every day. Now, having said that, you know that my policy is a 24-hour cancellation because I cannot fill in anyone else after that, under that 24-hour cancellation policy. Now I've lost that slot, I've lost my time, and there's a question of professional disrespect too, because you're not respecting my time as a coach. And do I really want to work with someone who's not serious about showing up either? So it goes both ways, right? It's a relationship. Now, yes, you might say, Adam, I'm always on time. I've never been late, but for the last 2 or 3 sessions, this one, I swear to God, it was a medical emergency. This one, it was a family emergency. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I know you've got a cancellation policy. Can I reschedule tonight or can I reschedule for tomorrow? And then we'll continue. I'll add one extra in to make sure that you don't lose your time. I'm flexible with that. So that's where you need to do both.
Mm-hmm.
And my good clients, I call them my students. My good students will always respect my policy because by now they know how I work. So you kind of have to set the terms in the beginning because it's mutual respect. This is a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Right? In any relationship, you got to have negotiables and non-negotiables, right? So smoking is a non-negotiable for me in a personal romantic relationship. Right? So disrespect is a non-negotiable for me in a personal or professional relationship. Does that make sense?
Yes, that
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. Any other questions for today?
I think that is it for that's it for today.
Okay, good. So this was today's mentorship series. I want to give Julia a great hand for bringing some great questions. If you're a fitness professional, if you're a personal trainer, if you're a coach from any industry, you're new, or you're in the beginning of your career, or at the end of your career, or through the career, and you're having a hard time, feel free to contact me or DM me through my LinkedIn profile. Let me know you have questions, or just DM me on Instagram or through my website, ownyourfitness.net. And I will continue to, from time to time, post these mentorship series. And if you've got questions about signing up for how to become a more established fitness professional and you want to sign up for my weekly mentorship program, I have that as well. So I can DM you my details on what I charge and stuff like that, and how I coach you to become a better business professional and go from how I went from here to here and take you to the rope with me. And if you want to work for me as a personal trainer and a fitness professional, I'm also currently expanding my team. So I'm looking for someone like that. And I will mentor and I will get you learning up the ropes. And I will also match you up with some of my clients who come out and reach out to my brand. So hopefully all this has helped. Have a phenomenal day. Stay strong, stay positive. Cheers.